Peace from Black Power family. Welcome to another episode of Shakti Speaks, Spiritual Healing Series. It's my honor and privilege at this time to introduce to some and present to others the illustrious host and founder of Shakti Speaks, Spiritual Healing Series, none other than the true and living earth, Shakti Everlasting Peace Earth.
Peace, love, and Black Power family. Thank you all for tuning in. And thank you to the host of the platform, the creator, the founder, CEO of Do the Knowledge Radio, Knowledge Born of Law. It's funny because I was sitting back. There's my babies. As you all know, this is a family show. My babies go where I go. But as I was sitting back listening to the introduction that Knowledge Born gave, a wave of emotion came over me because tonight is a very special show. Okay. Get This Wisdom magazine is a gift to us from our ancestors. Any work that we are able to do in the name of our people is a gift. And to have such a gift bestowed upon us is nothing short of amazing, and at times it's definitely it gets I won't say overwhelming, but the emotions that come with what we do are powerful. You know, the effort, the work, the energy, all of it's ordained. And I know this because of how things lined up in the beginning and continuously, the opportunities that we get, the love that we get. I know this is ordained from our ancestors. I never thought in a million years that I would be a part of something beautiful as Get This Wisdom magazine and the whole brand that we have come together collectively and put together for our people, for our babies. I go onto our website at www.getthiswisdommagazine.com and I look at the previous issues and just I go over them all the time, and I said, yo, this is what we did. This is what we do. This is us, you know. It's never me. I couldn't have done this without the sisters you're about to hear from tonight. And this show isn't even about me at all. It's about them. You know, the world needs to know the other components that is Get This Wisdom magazine. You hear me all the time speaking on behalf of the brand, but I'm only one voice of many. And these sisters are they are gifts to my life. They are gifts to my family. They are gifts to my babies because they saw a vision. They saw a vision, and they put it in their lives and took it on as their vision. So, you know, the team behind Get This Wisdom magazine is definitely something special, something that's extraordinary and once in a lifetime. And we're going to go ahead and get ready to bring on, oh man, this queen, this sister, this empress, and my baby agrees, this goddess means so much to me. And she puts up with my emotional outbursts at times, you know, but outbursts, I should say. She handles it all with such a passion, and she's like, Shakti, get it together. It ain't worth it. Get your head back in the game. You know, Deviine is, man, That sister right there, yo, if you have not met this sister in the physical, if you have not had a chance to build with her and connect with her, you're definitely missing out on somebody that's very, very, very special and very, very powerful. So without further ado, in this baby of mine, I want to bring on the assistant editor-in-chief, the co-founder of Get This Wisdom brand, the whole brand, Callie Deviine. You know, she put Philly on her back with this one. Callie, you there, Queen?
Peace and love, family. This is Callie Deviine. How is everyone doing? Thank you for joining the show tonight. Knowledge, thank you for the platform and the space, Shakti. This is real. So, yes, my name is Callie Deviine. I am one of the co-creators of Get This Wisdom magazine. We have a beautiful team here. We've been in production not even a year yet. And we have seen tremendous support. We've seen tremendous growth. And I'm just going to briefly introduce how Shakti and I first met. Now, Shakti, you took the words right out of my mouth. I often think back to how this is definitely ordained. We crossed paths just so randomly on Facebook. There was a time, I think it was back December 2015. There was a time I was searching on Facebook through the quote-unquote conscious community, and I was looking for some things that will help me raise my vibration and kind of help me continue my journey towards higher consciousness. And I do not know where this goddess came from, but she reached out to me through Facebook and informed me that there was this private group that was going to start classes in metaphysics and spirituality. So from that moment, she reached out to me. I was on board. I was ready for these classes. And so we started taking these classes for about 6 months. And we were learning about meditation. We were learning about chakra balancing and various forms of spirituality, such as rituals and stuff like that. And then through those classes is where Shakti and I sort of developed a friendship. Now, after a while, after a few months or so, the class dismantled and everybody pretty much became distant. However, Shakti and I, we kept in contact. And about 8 months had passed. Shakti reached out to me, and she said she was going to take it upon herself to start the classes back up again. And you don't know, I was ecstatic, because I was just like sitting. I put my binder back on the shelf and started collecting dust. But when she reached out to me saying that she was going to do those classes, I was just so excited. So I dusted off my binder, and I was ready to start learning again. So Shakti, she really helped me break through many barriers that I had become stuck behind with her classes. And those barriers had ultimately hindered my ability to grow. And she had helped me to become a better version of myself through the classes. And I am forever, forever grateful for your presence in my life, Shakti. So getting to how Get This Wisdom magazine was manifested, we had a small group chat on Facebook. It was called the Sankofa Circle of Love. And it was pretty much created for everybody that was taking Shakti's classes. I remember the exact day. It was September 29th of last year, 2016. And Shakti came to the group. She said, guys, I have an idea I want to present to you. Let me know what you think about it. She said she'd been thinking about creating a platform that engaged our community in a way that uplifts, liberates, and empowers us. She said she had envisioned a publication that would document our time here and now. And she wanted something for us to leave behind for our future that was not full of Eurocentric, westernized ideology or destructive propaganda. And let me tell you, Shakti and I are truly one and the same. our purpose in life is to help and serve our people. So this idea that she came up with was like perfect, and I was on board from the time she mentioned it. And her vision was pretty much to get this Wisdom magazine the cornerstone of edutainment. That's education and entertainment all in one. The first day that she presented the idea, I was hesitant because I myself wasn't very confident in my ability to write articles that people would actually be interested in reading. But thanks to Shakti and her classes, I was in the frame of mind to face my fears and insecurities. So I told her, and I quote, I said, Shakti, I think I can write, but I don't love to. And I'll get on board with you and help you do this first issue and see how it goes from there. And of course, she was very patient and understanding with my apprehension. And then after a few days of me meditating on the idea, I said, yeah, this is exactly what we need. And that is where Get This Wisdom magazine was born. At the time, we had a beautiful team of queens. The energy was very high. We hit the ground running. And we set a goal to publish our very first magazine around the same time that the first annual Black Power Awards was created. And that was in November. So what did I say? We started from September, and we had our first issue out in November. So our powerful team of queens pretty much helped us gather the material that we needed for the premiere issue by collaborating with revolutionaries throughout our community and highlighting their accomplishments. And then we eventually set up a little cheesy website, and we started designing our very first issue with absolutely no design experience whatsoever under our belts. But we were all determined to make it work and manifest greatness. So that is exactly how it got started.
Dad, you are powerful. I'm sitting back here and I'm listening to you, speak with such precision as my Virgo does, and I'm getting goosebumps over here, man. I am. I'm first off, let me say thank you. You guys don't understand how powerful this sister really is. She's not gonna sit up there and boast about it. That's what another thing that is so beautiful about her. That this girl, her energy levels are so high. So I hope you can hear me over my baby and her energy right now. With no design experience whatsoever, this sister, she took over the full editing of the first few issues by herself. You know how much work that is? I literally just added on with the editing because I have the equipment necessary within the last issue or so. Before then, we added on and had people help. But for the first few issues, Callie was doing this by her damn self. And that is not an easy feat. Understand, I get frustrated now, and I just started. She did this by herself. Ladies and gentlemen, we have to give a goddamn standing ovation to Callie Deviine and the work she done put into this brand. It wouldn't be what it is right now without her. I wouldn't be who I am right now without her. And the world is going to know who she is. Period. You have no choice. Callie fucking Deviine. That's who she is. And she embodies the spirit that we have, the love that we have for our brand. So don't ever get it twisted. This is a team effort, but this is an ancestral offering. So, Callie, I want to say thank you, Queen. I know I say it all the time and what have you, but I really got to say thank you, because the work you put in, we wouldn't be where we are right now without you, So definitely standing ovation to you, Queen. You're a class act. You're in a league of your own. You're Black excellence personified. And I can't scream your praises enough. The ancestors know. They know what time it is. we have some more members of our team on, but before we go to them, I want to ask Callie a couple of questions. She pretty much she put the nail in the casket when she spoke, and that's what I love about her. She gets the job done. But Callie, the first thing I want to ask you, my love, is this. What does Get This Wisdom magazine mean to you?
Man, Get This Wisdom magazine is everything. It's like it's like a cornerstone to this century. It's like it has so much potential. We can manifest this platform into something so amazing, and you just don't know it yet. But basically, Get This Wisdom magazine was created because we saw a problem. Currently, we're living in this era where we're continuously flooded with mind-stimulating telecommunications, advertisements, music, etc. And however, have you noticed that we as a black community don't own any substantial percentage of the mass media platforms anywhere in this nation? And what does this mean? It means that we have little to no control over what is being broadcasted to us and about us. You know that they have always had an agenda to destroy the image of the indigenous black man, woman, and child. And what do you know about propaganda? It's when facts, ideas, or allegations are spread deliberately to damage an institution, cause, or person. In our case, propaganda is used to make our race and culture look savage and uneducated. And they can use media pretty much to say and portray anything that they want to say about us. And most of the propaganda is subliminal, meaning that they use programming, words, and images to influence their target audience, which is us, without us even knowing it. And then we wonder why we aren't seeing the progress that we continually fight for. So, Get This Wisdom magazine and Get This Wisdom brand in general is a platform that is being used to liberate and educate and control the narrative for us. We hope to eventually grow into the next new leading media broadcast platform. And we cannot make this happen, though, without your support. So first you need to understand, you need to understand how important it is for us to take back control of the narrative, and how important it is for us to have our own media outlet.
No doubt, knowledge born, and I'm gonna just segue for a couple seconds, just to understand how all of this is divine, all of it, even being on Do the Knowledge Radio. You need to understand how powerful our ancestors are, how they force us to come together, and no matter where we are across this landmass, we come together and do this work out of our hearts. Knowledge Born is a big inspiration of Get This Wisdom magazine. If you pay attention to the title of the publication and you pay attention to the title of the platform, Do the Knowledge Radio, you can see how they go hand in hand together. And the concept was planted in my mind from a conversation I had with the guy about what Callie was just speaking on, controlling the narrative. So Do the Knowledge, you Get This Wisdom. They go hand in hand. And this platform that we're on right now tonight brings together so many people that do this work, that are committed to shifting the paradigm and taking back control of our story. It's no longer his story. It's our damn story, and we want it back, so we're going to take it back, and we're going to give it right and exact. It's been given in a way that has been destructive to our people since the beginning of this damn devil. But the devil is no longer powerful because the ancestors are here now. The ancestors have returned within us. The gods have returned within us, and we are here to do what's necessary. So, Callie, can you? I know you gave a powerful introduction of yourself, and I love you for that. But can you touch on your role within Get This Wisdom brand, the magazine? What are your duties, and tell the people how you get the job done.
Before I get into that, I just wanted to say, I don't know if you guys remember that 90s show. It was called Living Single, right?
Yes,
as we started creating this magazine, like, all I could envision was how we were building a successful magazine publication. Like, I think the character was Khadijah James, right? Her magazine is called Flavor. And to this day, I can still hear that Living Single theme song in my head as I'm like, because we're going to make this into something great. We're going to build an empire with this. But soon after starting, I became so invested into building on this platform that I accepted the position of co-editor as well as the business manager. And I never looked back since. And first of all, when you're first starting out a business, you never really play just one role. We're all wearing many hats on this team. We do it all. From promotion, marketing, advertisement, actual editing of the magazine, video editing. I even travel for interviews, and I go out to network at different events. It's like, it's not just one hat that I'm wearing here. None of us, really. But overall, as a business manager, I make sure that we stay on task and that we are completing what we need to complete in a timely fashion so that we can get our magazine released on the day that we say that we're going to release it, right? Now, we are just about 5 issues in, and I'm still in disbelief about how far we've come and how much we've grown in the last 1 year. This platform is amazing because it embraces the beauty and greatness within our culture. It also is one of a kind because we have a special capability to incorporate various forms of digital media within our magazine. Now, although we would like to print physical copies one day, it's right now more cost-effective and environmentally friendly, as well as it incorporates the modern technology that we use daily. We're able to bring you videos, music, interactive blogs, live chats, and this is directly through this magazine publication. Just the sound of it is just fire because I never heard of anything like this before. Aside from editing the magazine, I also am a full-time nurse. So I'm working 5 days a week in a school setting, and I also work in private duty home care on the weekends every now and then. I also own and operate my own business called Crystalline Design, where I design and hand make jewelry and apparel as well. I have 2 small children, a 6-year-old and a 2-year-old. But I'm saying all of this to say that it is all possible. I'm doing this day in and day out with a smile on my face because this is a passion of mine, and it doesn't really even seem like work because I'm serving a mission. Get This Wisdom is a mission to me, and I cannot stop until I see this mission completed, which is to make us the leading network for media for our culture of Africans across the diaspora.
Well, I'm very heavy on astrology. Some people look at it, and say other things, but I know it's true. I know it's mathematics, and mathematics is the everything in existence. When a Virgo say something, that's it. That's it. There is no going against it. There is no maybe. There is no if, ands, or guesses about it. It's done. And I just love this queen, man. Callie means everything to me, and I'm so honored to be a part of her journey and have her a part of mine. Thank you, Queen. And right now, I just got word that the beautiful Ashley Powell has joined us. So I want to bring her in and get her thoughts on some things. Callie, you can't go nowhere, right? You're stuck for the rest of the show.
I'm here.
Okay. So, Ashley, are you there?
Hello.
Peace, Ashley. Is that you?
Yes, it is, Queen. How art thou?
I am excellent, beautiful. How are you?
I am great on this wonderful Monday evening. Great way to start my week off.
That's right. So before we go any further, do you mind giving our listeners a little bit about who Ashley Powell is and what you represent and your role that you play with the publication?
Okay. Well, hello to everyone who is listening. As Shakti acknowledged, I'm Ashley Powell. I am 23, recent graduate from Central Michigan University, and currently an intern for a Major League Baseball team. Don't need to put everything out there. And right now for Get This Wisdom magazine, I am the graphic designer or assistant graphic designer. And basically what I do is, we do our giant brainstorming conferences. I jot out or say a lot of great ideas or suggestions. And if I personally can't do it, I know for sure one of the queens on the team can do it. I do a couple of layouts here and there, and all the main layout, so to speak, that I've been doing is the fitness section. So whether it is like suggesting, workouts to do, or just, inserting graphics here and there, I contribute in my own special way.
That's right. Peace and Black power to that. So, to ask you a follow-up question really quickly, what were your thoughts when you first heard this Wisdom magazine? What did you feel about the publication?
When I first heard of Get This Wisdom magazine, I thought the title right there is catchy. So it's telling you straight up what you're going to get or what to expect when you flip through it or they scroll through the publication. It's everything that our African-American community needs throughout the country, not just here in, my hometown, so to speak. And it has a piece for everybody. There's a kids section. You learn Swahili and other things because I've always wanted to learn Swahili. So it's like I frequent the kids section probably more than I like to admit, if that makes sense or not. But yeah, I read the Swahili section, and I feel like it's just great different tidbits of every positive element in the world that we contribute, because we don't get to see enough positivity out in the media and online and anywhere. It's just so much negative, or just bad stereotypes. And I feel like Get This Wisdom, we break that mold. We promote the good in people, the goodness that the world needs more of.
The absolute. So, you know, we've been in communication for a while, and you've been working with us and adding on some powerful work. What are your hopes for the Get This Wisdom brand, not only for the near future? I mean, not, you know what I'm saying, not just the present, but the future as well. What do you see for us moving forward?
Well, moving forward, I can see us, of course, you know, expanding, adding more members, possibly, but mainly, that's just from an internal perspective, but mainly from a what we want to give to our audience. I feel like that we will be a powerhouse of all media, if that makes sense. We have great, you know, musical artists that we get out there and promote, so to speak, and, you know, poetry, literature, all of those things. So we have a dabble in everywhere. And I feel like, Get This Wisdom, we will be I could say a conglomerate of sorts, the media conglomerate, if that makes sense. And I feel like we got it. We just got to keep striving forward. The more we get out and, you know, go to events and promote, talk to people, we could probably get a partnership here or there, or just, you know, just continue to word of mouth, expand, and, you know, maybe transition to distribution more and those things.
You know I love your mind, right? She said a media conglomerate family. and that's pretty much what we're doing. You know, Get This Wisdom magazine is the centerpiece. It is the baby of the brand, but it's not the only component. You know, we also have Get This Wisdom Live, which is our live stream platform. We're working on some other entities and extensions of the brand as well. So it's definitely a conglomerate of people and ideas that are. The thing is, this has already been done. We're just here to understand why we've done it and why we're going to do it. And I'm excited. You know, Ashley is somebody that I've observed for a long time, and the queen is about her business, yo. She don't play no games. She's cutthroat, and that's in a good way. She's going to tell you exactly how it is, what it is, and what is needed for stuff to get done. And I see that as a perfect, you know, add-on, because I'm like the goofy type. I'm emotional as hell. I do things at the spur of the moment. And then you got Callie who's like, look, we got stuff to do. Put your emotions in your back pocket. We got to get the job done. And here comes Ash with the no-nonsense. Yo, this is what it's going to be, queen. I don't know what you said. So it comes together perfectly, and I love it. And I'm so honored, you know, for the team we have in place right now, because it's harmonious. It's harmonious. And the sisterhood is so powerful. Man, I'm just like, I can remember last year, the end of last year, coming into this year and so on. I'm like, the sisterhood is coming back. It's coming. People ain't ready for it. They're going to see it. And it's here. It's here right now. And I'm like, are you serious? Oh, my goodness. These queens mean everything to me. And I just want to say thank you once again from the depths of my soul. So, moving on, you know, we do have a couple more of our team members jumping on as soon as they can. But we're building with Callie and Ash right now. And Callie, I want to get your thoughts on the add-on of Ash to our team. What has she meant to us thus far in your perception?
The whole team right now that we have in place are the bomb. That's all I got to say. Y'all are all fire. Y'all come when we have our little our conference calls. You come and we present dope ideas that, you know, I wish we can implement all at the same time.
we're getting ready to bring on another powerful queen that is a part of the team, Brea Dumas. But before we get to her, I just want to say thank you once again for all of the support that we've gotten all across the country and now internationally with our family out in Canada. You know, we are definitely honored and grateful for every positive word, every piece of love that we get. You know, we definitely take that to our spirit and we use it as motivation to keep on going. You know, and just recently, the magazine part itself received its first nomination for the RBG Media of the Year award down at this year's RBG Award ceremony that is a part of the RBG weekend down in Fort Worth, Texas. So we're definitely happy and excited about that. It wasn't expected at all just to even be mentioned with some people like, Knowledge Born and Doodle Knowledge Radio. It definitely gives us that what's the word I'm looking for? Even more confirmation that what we're doing is divine ancestral work. So we just wanted to take a second to thank everyone. And right now we're going to bring on Brea real quick. Brea, are you there, beautiful?
Hey, beautiful. How are you?
Hey, I'm good. How are thou?
I am good. We're good. First off, thank you, Queen. Thank you for everything that you do, the works that you do for the community, for us, for the magazine, for the brand, and the times that you and I, we have our personal conversations, and you like Callie, listen to me ramble on about my emotional feelings. You're definitely a godsend to me. So before we go any further, do you mind telling the listeners briefly a little bit about who you are, your brand, Magnetic Attractions, and also the role you play with Get This Wisdom magazine?
Peace and love, family. I'm Brea. I am the owner and CEO of Magnetic Attractions, LLC. I am an artistry manager as well as an event planner. And what I do with Magnetic Attractions is I assist people with their vision and their brand. So I come along and try to take your brand to the next level. Whether I manage you, I assist you, I market for you, or I promote you. I try to do whatever I can to make your light shine. So currently I am the manager of Black Magic. He's a conscious hip-hop artist, as well as a lot of other people. I work with the legendary 5 Ella group, and a lot of others that I tend to work with. I work with a sister named Reva, so she's got a fitness. And also I worked with a lady called Empress Michelle. She was a phenomenal revolution for Detroit. That's what I do. I just here to assist people with their visions.
Indeed, beautiful. That's very powerful, a powerful role that you play. A lot of us need that connection to help us grow. And how do you tie that work that you do in with Magnetic Attractions? How do you tie that in with your role within Get This Wisdom magazine?
Get This Wisdom magazine, I am the head marketer and promotion. So what I do is I go out to different events while I'm doing my manager work for the conscious community or wherever I'm at, and I get to spread and talk about Get This Wisdom magazine. So I try to promote online, out and about, and let people know, like, I'm tired of all this other foolishness that y'all hear online and on the radio and in that magazine about our story. This is our real story. You get to hear from real Black sisters and brothers that's out here putting their boots on the ground and out there in our communities. So that's what I do.
Indeed. You know, one of the most powerful. Well, they all the roles of the magazine are important. But one of the most powerful pieces that you have is promotion. You know, if you're not getting promoted, how people gonna know about you? So we definitely appreciate the work that Brea does continuously. She offers herself so willingly to the cause, and the work that she does, the support that she gives, the love that she has for her people, our people, is nothing less than amazing. So we definitely thank you from the depths of our soul, you know, and we're honored to have you. We're honored to be a part of your world as well, Queen. You know, from the first time that I met you, I knew that you were somebody special. I knew that you had that light within you that was just shining so brightly, and nobody could put it out. And I'm really honored, man. I give thanks to our ancestors for you, for Ash, for you know, Callie. She already knows. You know. And also we at Dynasty and Carmen, I'm not sure if they'll be joining us tonight, but you know, you sisters, man, you come to my life in a time where a big transition was taking place behind the scenes, and you came in and became such a pivotal part of my life. You're my family, and I just want to, you know, let you all know that not a day goes by that I don't sit back and I thank the ancestors for you.
Yes.
For your life. So I thank you again. Callie, Empress, is there anything that you would like to speak upon to Brea?
Yes. You already know. You are one of the powerhouses of our team. I think, excuse me this time, but you've been rolling with us. You've been banging with us since the very first issue. You were in the first issue, right? And yes. I think, like, ever since you heard about what we were doing, I think you reached out to Shakti first and then told her that you wanted to jump on board and help us out. And I thank you, you know, for the promotion. You know, you definitely took a weight off of our shoulders, and you definitely are putting in work. And we are all doing big things. Thank you again, Queen.
Yes. Thank y'all. I'm so honored to be a part of a great sisterhood, because not only is it about the magazine, it's about sisterhood too. So I'm honored to be a part of a sisterhood and to do what we all love doing. So I'm honored.
Yes, indeed. So, Brea, I know you're usually behind the scenes, and this isn't really, you know, your cup of tea, but I have a question for you.
Yes.
What does Get This Wisdom magazine mean to you?
It means everything to me, because to me is the story of our ancestors. What they tried to do, I now know that they are doing what they have manifested. We get to tell their story, which is telling our story. And no one can tell our story like we can. And like I mentioned before, the news outlets and the magazines and the media that you see from the beast, they can't tell our story. They don't tell it correct. They're not going to tell it correct because it's too powerful. So I like that we have our own voice and we can tell it how it really is. And we can put that power and get that knowledge out there so we can help uplift our people. So that's what I love about it. And that's why it is very important for us to get this knowledge out there so our people can rise up and be what they need to be, kings, queens, goddesses, gods, earth. So that's what I like about the magazine, and that's what it means to me.
That's right. That's right. Also, what are your hopes and your views on the publication for the future? What are your wishes for us? What do you want for us as a publication brand? What do you see in your vision?
I see Get This Wisdom Live that we already have. Get This Wisdom TV. I see us on the stations. I see BET out the way and Get This Wisdom. I see Ebony out the way and I see Get This Wisdom. So I see fashion. I see the sky is the limit. I just see Get This Wisdom. That's what I see.
That's right. Get this wisdom everywhere. Get this wisdom worldwide.
Yes.
You know.
Yeah.
We have so many things in the work family. Like Brea just said, the sky is the limit, but we're going further than the sky with this thing. We're going into like the 5th and 6th dimension with this thing right here.
Yeah.
You know, it's so many great things that we are doing, so many concepts that are being developed continuously. The work isn't stopping. You know, I'll hop on we have a group chat on Facebook. People are probably asleep, or, you know, I'll hop on there at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. What y'all doing? Y'all sleep. You know, I just thought of this, or somebody else will jump in there with something. So we're continuously adding on. We're not stopping. When something is bigger than you can't stop. And the message that we are sent here to convey, it is very necessary at this time. As you can see, you know, every time something comes up, there's always some propaganda happening. No disrespect to the brother Philandro Castro and his memory, but understand that video was released at that time for a reason. They been had the video. The video ain't just come out of nowhere. But you think they just pulled it out their butts? They been had it, but it gets pushed through media circuits and networks to pull your attention away from the work that you're doing, to pull your attention away from the elevation necessary. This is what happens with media, social media, and all this jazz. They use our story against us sometimes, and we get so caught up in it that we don't see through the emotional part. You know, we let our reactionary selves come to the forefront and not really seeing that it's propaganda. So we have to get a chokehold on our story again, because as long as the devil has his hands on our story, what do you think we gonna get? What do you think our babies gonna get? They ain't gonna get nothing. We ain't get nothing. We didn't get a damn thing. You know, a lot of us weren't born into consciousness consciously. We've always been conscious through our subconscious and things of that nature. So we've been taking these steps our whole lives, but we weren't aware of them. We didn't know what the hell was going on. We got fed the bullshit that they are feeding our babies now. I put a post on Facebook, Queens, and I know I get in my zone sometimes, so pardon self. But I put a post on my Facebook page when I heard this damn Molly Percocet song. Understand, Molly is a form of ecstasy, and Percocet is another drug from the pharmaceutical business. And these drugs are used to get people into an induced state of where they're high, for lack of a better term. You know, they don't know what's going on. They aren't aware. You know, and this song is being played on quote unquote mainstream radio. So therefore, your children, if you allow them to listen to radio, are hearing this, and you got to understand the powerful the frequencies, how they are repeated, and the words how they are repeated. It gets planted into your subconscious, and now these babies got this stuff within their mind. They can't let it go. So what you think they're gonna do when they get older? Your baby gonna be popping Molly and Percocet. We have to get a chokehold on this family because it's getting out of control. You know, I thought it was something when I saw a little slim young thug, I don't know his name, running around here in a white wedding dress. I said, okay, that's something that's out there. You know, our little boys are seeing this stuff and taking it on as the proper behavior, and we wonder why our boys don't grow into men, because they don't have the imagery of men within their eyes. They see these brothers out here dressing like women. That is not natural. That is not divine. And now you're going forward and being, and Callie said earlier, the propaganda is 9 times out of 10 subliminal. Well, right now they ain't even being subliminal with it. They just throw it in your face. Here, bam. Here, take it. Here, your baby's going to be a drug addict. Here, they're putting it right in our faces now, family. Our open enemy has been at war with us, has declared war with us since its creation. And now it's becoming so blatant that if we don't take a stand in our selective roles, we are just laying down and letting them kill us and kill our babies. And I, for one, am not about to let nobody kill no damn black baby around me. So we got work to do, and we're doing it. And, I got in my zone right there, so pardon. So I want to bring Callie the vibe back on and to see if she has something she wants to add on really quickly.
Indeed. Everything you said is just so dead on. And most of us in our communities fail to see this and realize how important it is to become conscious of what your children are seeing and what they're being exposed to on a regular basis. I know it's hard. I mean, we are all struggling. We are all slaves. We are all captives of war. We were brought over here. Our ancestors were brought over here, and now we, generations later, are just left to deal with it. And most of us are just struggling to survive and keep our lights on and keep food in everybody's mouth. And we rarely have time to focus our time and energy into the proper way to raise our children into becoming, sorry, I'm outside under a tree. But yeah, we don't often, take the time and energy to raise our children into becoming the next generation of kings and queens. We can talk a good game all we want, but unless we are actually putting in the work and raising these kids properly and showing them the correct images and not allowing them to watch what's on mainstream media, we're not doing anything but feeding the problem. So you are technically a part of the problem unless you are investing in their future in a positive way. And that's what Get This Wisdom magazine was created on. That was the foundation of our platform. We had the children in mind. The children are the next generation. They're the future. They're the ones who are going to take over when we are no longer. And unless you want to continue to see the same issues and problems over and over, then you need to actually get up and make a difference. And by making a difference, it's as simple as supporting a platform like this, making sure that we are able to reach mass population. Just spread the word. We are out here and we are doing this for you. We're doing this for us. It's not just for fun. We're doing this because, this is a serious matter that we need to address.
It saddens me to see some of the stuff going on. And to know that a lot of our babies, we, in my nation, in a lost 5% nation, the nation of gods and earth, the babies are the greatest. And we want for our brothers and sisters what we want for ourselves. That's dealing in equality, right? But a lot of us aren't dealing in that equality because we come from an individualistic mindset, or it's not my direct child, my biological child, it isn't happening to me. No, if it happens to any child, it happens to you. It happens to you. Any baby of African descent that is attacked, that is hurt, that is poisoned, that is killed mentally is your problem. And we have a lot of our brothers and sisters out here that do not have the knowledge of themselves to know what's going on, to know the war that they're in, to know the attack they are under. And the biggest part, the biggest heartbreak that comes along with that part is that the babies are being destroyed. Okay, a lot of us, we got this knowledge. We know who we are. We know that there is no white mystery God coming to save us. But a lot of our brothers and sisters have been slaves to a mental power and death. They don't know. They don't understand what's happening. They too caught up in the world. The world has them exactly where the world wanted them to be, and their babies are left open to be murdered. And we sitting up here arguing over the black man is God and the black woman is God. That's what we arguing about. Well, we know better. We know. So when are we going to stop playing this devil's game of defeat and destruction of our own people? We got enough energy within us to call these people coons, to call them sellouts for a behavior that they don't understand why they are doing it. They don't even know they are under a spell. But we are attacking them. We who call ourselves kings and queens are attacking our brothers and sisters daily. Who are the biggest sellouts? We are. Because we are not putting our crowns on in the proper position and getting out here and getting to these babies. Until I see more of us getting to the babies, I'm going to tell a lot of y'all to shut your damn mouth. Who are you judging? How can you call them a sheep? How can you call them a dumb slave? Who's worse, the one who does things without knowing it, or the ones who do it and when they know better? We got work to do. We got babies to save. I'm tired. Our ancestors died. Malcolm X died. Martin Luther King died. Marcus Garvey died. Dr. Khalid Abdul Muhammad died. So that we could have this chance to get it right. They showed us the way by going to their death. We don't have to die, family. What we have to do is wake the hell up. And we at Get This Wisdom magazine have dedicated ourselves to our little piece of that fight. We can't do it all. But we have more than enough goddamn Africans in this country with the knowledge of themselves to build these infrastructures for our people because they depend on us. We save ourselves. So if we know better, we got to do the building for them. We got to build on their behalf because they don't know better. We build the infrastructure so they can stop depending on the devil. Because as long as any of us, are dependent on the devil, the war is lost. But we know better. And we got this. So I definitely, I got caught up in my zone again. Brea, are you still with us, beautiful? Peace. Callie, can you hear me?
Peace, I'm here.
I was just making sure I didn't get disconnected because I got into my zone again, and that happens. We are definitely here, and we're not going anywhere. And I just want to say thank you to the team, for taking on this call of duty, this call to action on behalf of our ancestors. It's deeper than rap, and we're here. So, Callie, is there anything else you would like to add on, beautiful?
Oh, well, first of all, I love when you get in your zone, Shakti. You speak with so much passion and compassion, and that just says that it's real. It's real for you. This is a serious thing. For everyone that's listening, thanks for joining the call. And please support us. That's all I got to ask. That's all I got to say. Just support us. Check out our magazine. See if it's something that you are interested in. See if it's something that you can share with your family and your children. If not, then just spread the word, because we are nothing without our people. We need you, and we need your support to continue to grow. If you want to see the change that we continually talk about, to be willing to support the cause and not just talk about it. So please visit www.getthiswisdom.com at getthiswisdommagazine.com and check out our YouTube channel, Get This Wisdom Magazine. Peace and love.
Indeed. Knowledge Born, I know you're quiet over there in the background, Lord, but I have to be respectful on the platform and ask you, is there anything that you would like to add on before we wrap up tonight's show?
I'm wise not to get in the middle of the Queens talking. You know what I mean? Y'all put forth very excellent discussion, and there were some things that I discovered, some of the backstory that I wasn't privy to, and I believe that was the hope of the show, to give further insight into the creative process, and that like God is magic that's at work in regards to compiling what we know is Get This Wisdom Magazine and Get This Wisdom Live. So I definitely coming on, sharing their perspectives, and spreading that love. The sister was talking about a sister circle. This is proof. There's a $1 trillion campaign that's out there that say that we can't get along. And what we have in our corner is we Get This Wisdom Magazine. Showing and proving that this is true. And Callie brought up Flavor Magazine, and that was the same feel, keeping things authentic and keeping things organic, and not allowing influences, internal or external, to divert the attention away from what this jewel that was there. That was one of our favorite shows, back in the day, and even you see how those images are destroyed, later on, with the sister Erica Alexander was in the movie Get Out, and you saw how they showed her. You see what I'm saying? And what they did with Queen Latifah. So there's definitely always influences at work, and it's not how you finish how you start the race, but how you finish. And they make sure through their improper propaganda campaign to show us in last place, even if we won the race. You see what I'm saying? So I'm very thankful and honored to be able to facilitate a space that can promote, such a momentous and necessary media conglomerate, as the other sister was saying. So this is exactly what you achieved, and I'm very proud of each and every one of y'all. And y'all know whatever I can do to support your endeavors, y'all got my support 100%.
Indeed, thank you very much, Knowledge Born. Okay. No problem. That was Dynasty, another member of our team, saying that she's having a little issue with traffic. So we're going to lead into the wrap-up of tonight's show. But before we go, of course I'm emotional, but why wouldn't I be? Why wouldn't I be emotional about this work? Why wouldn't I be passionate about this work? Why wouldn't I give my all to this work, as so many of our brothers and sisters are doing right now? We have a lot of people doing this work. Social media, I have you believe that a lot of people ain't working. But I can look through my contact list on my cell phone right now, and I can prove that wrong. We have been called upon to fight, to create with everything that we have in our bodies, so that our babies won't have to suffer no more. This is bigger than us, family. This is bigger than what school of thought you prescribe to. This is bigger than if you're Moor, if you are a Hebrew Israelite, if you are a Christian, if you are RBG, if you are NGE, if you are Nuwapian. It's bigger than that, family. Because these babies ain't worried about no titles. These babies ain't worried about that. They don't know nothing about it. These babies want to live. They want to be happy. And it's on us to deliver. We have been failing. We have been failing, family. Every moment that we go against the blueprint that has been constructed by our beautiful ancestors who've given their life for this work, every time that we go against that, we are failing the babies. And if that's the case, if we're going to fail the children, we need to kill our damn selves. We have a duty and an obligation to protect these babies by everything that we have in our body. We have a duty and an obligation to create better for them because we went through hell, and they shouldn't have to. They don't have to, and they're not going to. When will you answer the call of your ancestors? When will you stop being a coward? When will you stop being afraid of who you truly are? You are powerful, black man and black woman. You are born from the womb of Mother Africa. You have a duty to fight. And if you're not going to fight, kill your damn self so we can get this work done. You can get out the way. Now, tonight's show was definitely powerful, and it was created in mind to showcase the rest of the members of our team so you can know that this is real for us. This is something that we've committed ourselves to, that we constantly sacrifice for, that we live for. Get This Wisdom magazine, Get This Wisdom Live, the Get This Wisdom brand was put here for a reason. It wasn't put in my mind for nothing. Me and Knowledge Born didn't have that conversation for nothing. Callie didn't come across the journey into the classes for nothing. Ashley and Brea and so many others are here for a reason, and we're going to handle that. We're going to continue to put out quality work until the work is until we have no more work to do. But as long as there are Africans in this country suffering, we got work to do. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for all the love and support that you've shown us thus far. We're definitely honored. You know, we didn't start this with a thought of we're going to get all the love and support. We started this as a love of work, and that's what it continues to be, a work of love, pardon me. Our next issue is due out July 14th. That is our Black Power health and fitness issue. And the surprise about that cover, I can't go into detail about it all the way, but just know one of our very own members of the team is on that cover, and I'm excited for everyone to see it. It's something that is historical, game-changing. It's something that I haven't seen done before. Check out our previous issues and to get all of the updates and everything at www.getthiswisdommagazine.com. As Callie said before, subscribe to our YouTube channel, Get This Wisdom Magazine, where you can get our live feeds, our live streams with Get This Wisdom Live. Follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Get This Wisdom Magazine. And you can check if you need to get in touch with us about possible features, advertising, things of that nature. You can go ahead to our email at Gmail, getthiswisdom@gmail.com. And you can get in touch with any of us through there. We thank you again, family. It's definitely an honor to work with you and for you. Kiss your babies, because it's real out here. If you don't know, now you know. Thank you to Knowledge Born again for the platform. Until next time, family, peace, love, and Black Power.
Hey family, I had to take a moment and share this with you guys. I know many of you probably recognize by now that the magazine industry is struggling in such a bad way, especially those magazines that are catered to people that look like you and me. That's why I'm super excited about this brand new magazine called Get This Wisdom. Get This Wisdom magazine was created for women who look just like me and you, who are looking for a little bit of extra encouragement or content that caters to our needs. Yes, this is a magazine created for sisters by sisters. Best of all, we didn't forget about our babies. There's even a special spot for the children. So if you're looking for a brand new magazine that caters to the needs of African American sisters and our ever so glamorous Black queens, check out GetThisWisdomMagazine.com.